Alright, today talking about some very common and useful idioms. It's important to know on this site, learnenglish232.com, we only do useful idioms. If you get an idiom book, there's thousands of them, and a lot of them I've never even heard of. Native speakers don't use. So just remember, when you're learning this stuff here, it's actually stuff we use. Very important. So I'm calling these water idioms. I'm just thinking them up. Reason I'm calling them water idioms, they all have something to do with water and boats, but really they're not all related, but they're all useful. As I said, when I say useful, I mean native speakers use them, and I'm going to give you real situations to use them, and that's the beauty of it. If you just look up the meaning, you're going to understand it, but you're not going to know when we actually use it. And that's the point, because you can't understand things. You can understand based on the meaning, but you just don't know when the proper time to use it is, no matter what, unless a native speaker tells you when we do it. So here's your opportunity. And this is how it is with all the lessons. Just a little reminder there. So there's plenty of fish in the sea. The word plenty, in case you didn't know, is a lot. Sea is an ocean, so a lot of fish in the ocean. It's not really interesting. It's not really news. I'm sure you knew that. So what does it mean? And when do we use this? Honestly, I can only think of one time we use it. Maybe there's a couple more, but there's one time, and it's a time that happens in most people's lives, and it's like some father or a friend giving advice, usually to a guy, sometimes to a girl. And it's an interesting one here, kind of a cultural thing, whatever. So there's a lot of fish in the sea, all right? Plenty of fish in the sea. And we don't say a lot of, we say it exactly like this. There's plenty of fish in the sea, or just there's plenty of fish, and we know what it means. So everybody's heard this. So here's when it's used. Imagine some guy, he breaks up with his girlfriend, right? Or whatever. So they're going out, he's got a girlfriend, they break up, and he's depressed. He's sad. For a while he feels, maybe I'm not going to meet a new girl, and he's kind of in his room being all depressed, being kind of dopey. And, the father might think like, this is too bad for my son, or whatever. The friends are starting to feel like, we got to say something good to the guy. And you say, you know what? Don't worry about it. There's plenty of fish in the sea. So imagine if you're fishing, which most people don't do that well, actually a lot of Americans do, but point is, imagine you're fishing, you catch a fish, and the fish goes back into the water and you missed it. It's not that big a deal. There's a lot more fish. So the idea here is you kind of remind someone, even though you were in love, and you lost that person. Now, it's important. We don't say this if you lost someone to a death. You just lose them to a breakup. You just say, don't worry about it. There's plenty of fish in the sea. That means there are other girls. You're going to meet other girls. And you could give this advice to your daughter. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Don't worry too much about that guy. You're going to meet Mr. Right at some point. So you're reminding them, there's a lot of other people you can meet. Now, when people hear this, they don't instantly feel better, because it still hurts when you lose someone, when you break up. But it's a good reminder to be like, you know what, that's true. There are other people. So I don't need to get so caught up with just that one person. I can start thinking about new opportunities, because even if I don't see them yet, they're coming. Plenty of fish in the sea. That's to remind yourself to be optimistic after a breakup. All right, missed the boat. All right, so imagine you're on a dock, which is this wooden thing usually, right at the shore, like near a beach. And that's where the boats are. Now a boat, maybe there's one boat, it's a big boat, and it's leaving, and the boat left. Okay, and you're still standing there. Well, you can't swim to catch the boat's too fast, and imagine that there's no more boats for the day. You missed the boat. So everybody else who's on the boat is going where they want to go, but you're standing there, you were late, you missed it. And the point of this is saying you missed out on an opportunity and you're not going to get another chance for the same opportunity. And usually it's a small opportunity, like, well, not always, but usually. So, like in our regular lives, something like, imagine I come home after work and I see that my friends are there and they've ordered pizza, and I say, hey guys, is there any left? And they could say, sorry, you missed the boat on that one. So what they're saying is, no, there's not any left. We ate it all. So you missed your opportunity to have the pizza. There's no more beers left. You missed the boat on that one. Or just any time you miss some kind of opportunity, you missed the boat, right? There's lots of ways. Just think of any opportunity that you miss, right? You had it, you didn't do it, you missed the boat. Imagine there's a stock you want to buy. You want to invest in a company, stock goes way up. Now all of a sudden you don't want to pay the high price. You missed out on an opportunity. Man, I really missed the boat on that one. I mean, you could still buy the stock at the high price, but you don't want to, so you missed out on that opportunity. Okay, now, last one. That ship has sailed. It's a great one again. So a ship is a big boat, right? Big sailboat, usually. So that ship has sailed. It's already gone away. So again, you've missed the boat, but we use it differently. That's the important thing. So when we use this particular phrase, that ship has sailed, it would be something like this. Here's a couple examples I can actually think of in real life. So let's say that you were dating a girl and you were thinking about getting married to her. You got in a bunch of fights for a few months. You broke up for whatever reason. And so you break up. Not going to work anymore. Then she gets married to another guy, right? And she has a kid with him. She doesn't have to have a kid with him. Just imagine my scenario here. So she's out with the other guy. She's married. She's got a kid. It's very unlikely, and you probably don't want to anyway, get back with the girl now. But imagine you feel, you know what? I actually love this girl. I want to stay with her, but it's too late. That's really what it's saying. You had the opportunity at one point and it's too late. Now they're a little different here because this one's used for bigger situations. And it's used less often, but it's very powerful. So, like you love this girl, you find out that she's married, she's moved on, she's got another guy, she's got a family of her own. So start thinking about something else. That ship has sailed. You used to have that chance. It's gone. It's way gone. Don't even worry about it. It's out there. And I'm trying to think of another example here of that ship has sailed. It could be something like a big job. Okay? So imagine this. You're thinking about switching careers, right? And you find out someone's hiring at some other company, but you're being a little bit slow because you're not sure you want to move to another city, or you're just not sure you want to change jobs. It's pretty new. You're thinking about it for a while. You're thinking. But in the meantime, right, the company hires somebody else for that position, for that job. So now you don't have the opportunity for that job anymore. Like I said, that's too bad, that ship has sailed. You could also say you missed the boat on that one, or that ship has sailed. So it was once there, and now it's no longer there. You had an opportunity for a short while, and now you don't. So maybe that's the difference. If you miss the boat, sometimes you don't even have the opportunity in the first place. Like the example of the beer when I came home. They already ordered food and I just didn't have a chance really to get any. But that ship has sailed kind of says, like, the ship is sailing along. At one point I did have an opportunity for a little bit of time, and then I missed, I lost the opportunity because the boat went away, and I don't have that chance and I will never have it again. So that's what that ship has sailed means. 3 great idioms, 3 great terms. I guarantee they're very useful to use, and you're going to notice when other people are saying them. So remember that one and learn them, all the phrases and stuff when I define them on the site.